Hey kids, welcome back to English class. How have you been? What's new? Okay, in the last class we were discussing lesson 1, Tom and his tooth. I repeat, Tom and his tooth. And I gave a short sum up about that story. I hope it's clear for you. So today we are going with our textbook. All of you take your English literature textbook, page number 9. Page number 9. So shall we start? Are you ready? Okay. Lesson 1, Tom and his tooth. This story is adapted from the novel The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. So this story is an adaptation from the novel titled as The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, and that novel was written by Mark Twain. And here we can see a tagline about the story. Tom lives in the imaginary town of St. Petersburg along the Mississippi River. So he was living in St. Petersburg, and Tom, who was a imaginary character in the story, and he is living with Aunt Polly and his half brother Sid. So he is living with his aunt named as Aunt Polly and his brother Sid. In the last class I introduced all the characters. Which all are the main characters? Aunt Polly, Sid is Tom's brother, and one more character, his cousin. What's her name? Yes, it's Mary. Okay, page number 9. It was Monday morning. Tom did not want to go to school that day, and that was Monday morning. Tom was very lazy. He don't want to go to school, and Tom did not want to go to school that day. He was very lazy to go to school. He lay in bed thinking if only he were ill, he wouldn't have to go to school. And he was thinking, what all things I can say? If I were ill, I don't want to go to school. But then he wasn't ill. His stomach felt all right, but he was perfectly all right. No any issues are there. No any illness were there to Tom. Then he thought about his stomach. Oh, my stomach is perfectly all right. No any problem. So did his head. Then he thought about his head. I have any headache or something like that? Then no way. His head is also perfect. Then he had a loose tooth that hurt sometimes. Then finally he found something. He had a loose tooth and sometimes it will be like a little painful. Then he thought about that. If Aunt Polly came to know of it, she would pull it out at once. No. So if Aunt Polly came about the loose tooth, definitely she gonna pull my tooth. No, that would not work. No need to say that to Aunt Polly. If she came to know about the loose tooth, she will definitely pull out that loose tooth. Then he suddenly remembered. He had cut his toe the week before and he hadn't applied medicines on it. Then he started thinking again and again, what kind of illness I can say to Aunt Polly. Then finally he got something. And what was that? Yes, last week he had a cut on his toe. Last week he had a cut on his toe, and here you can see the picture of this toe. Okay, toe means the fingers in the legs. So last week he had a small cut on his toe and he had never applied any medicines or ointments in that toe. Then maybe that cut would be serious enough to keep him at home. Then he think that what? Yes, then he thought himself, yes, this is the reason, this is the illness. Then I can stay home by saying it's very painful like that. All of you turn the page. Page number 10. Tom began to groan louder and louder, trying to wake Sid up. Then he started crying loudly. Groan, not on the word groan. Groan meaning? Not on the word groan. Groan meaning? Make a low voice in pain or sadness. Make a low voice in pain or sadness. So he started crying. He started making loud noise because of that pain. Actually, he is acting. For what? He wanted to woke up his brother who was lying near him. And he started making loud noise. Tom's brother, finally, he cried aloud, Sid, wake up, I am dying. But Sid was not waking up then. At last, Tom called Sid. Hey Sid, please wake up. I'm going to die. Please wake up from sleep. Then after that, what happened, Tom? Sid asked, shall I call auntie? Then by hearing his loud noise, finally Sid woke up from his sleep. Then he asked, hey Tom, what happened to you? Were you crying? Shall I call auntie? Then after that, don't brother, I will get better, Tom said and groaned again. Then Tom replied to Sid that, no brother, no need to call auntie, I will get better. Then, don't groan like that, Tom. Since how long have you been feeling like this? Asked Sid. Then Sid again tell his elder brother that, then don't cry like this. And what happened to you? What happened to you, brother? Don't cry like this. Then all night. Then he also asked, Sid also asked that, how long you are feeling like this? Then he replied, all night I am feeling like this. But I know I am about to die and I am glad for it. And Tom replied that, no, Sid, I'm going to die because of this pain. Don't need to call auntie, I'm going to die. Then he also said Sid that, I forgive you for everything. I forgive everyone when I am dead. Then he also said that I am going to die. But whenever I die, I will forgive you. My little brother, I am going to forgive you for everything. Then after that, Dad, Sid asked. Yes, Sid, tell Aunt Polly that I forgive her for beating me. Give my cat to that new girl, please. Then again, Tom said to Sid that, and you also tell Aunt Polly that I forgive her for beating me. And also what you have to do is, you have to give my cat to that new girl. And after that, Sid ran downstairs crying, Auntie, Tom's about to die. Then Sid finally, by hearing all this dialogue, Sid was really tense. He started crying and he went downstairs to call Aunt Polly. Then he said to Auntie that, what? Is Tom dying? Aunt Polly cried. I don't believe it, she said, rushing upstairs. Then after that, by hearing Sid's command, Aunt was also tense. What? He's going to die. What you are saying? I can't believe this. What you are saying, Sid? Then by hearing that, suddenly Aunt went upstairs near Tom and she asked, what happened, Tom? Aunt Polly asked in a quivering voice. Note down the word quivering. Quivering meaning shivering or shaking because of cold or fear. Shivering or shaking because of cold and fear. Shivering. So by hearing that Tom was going to die, Aunt was really tense and she was shivering because of that fear. Okay, so let's continue the remaining portion in the next class. You must read the textbook repeatedly 3 times. Okay, bye.